All right, happy Thursday, everybody. I have got to move, so this is going to be a quicker video than normal. My apologies, but the research was still good. It is getaway day. A little bit of a dicey day. Be careful out there. Don't bet too heavy. 12 games today. Look at the recap. Good day. 1.79 units up. Cards first five money line was a cash, although Pittsburgh ended up taking the lead in the sixth, but Cardinals opened it up. Dodgers Miami over 8.5. That was not looking good at first, and then it just blew up. Tigers first five minus a half was fairly sweat free. Yankees team total over 3.5. They ended up getting two, ended up being 2-1. They won. Phillies money line, GG. They end up losing in extra innings. They lost in the bottom of the 10th, but pretty good game there. We ended up hitting one of two parlays. So we hit the Cardinals, the Angels, who won in like the 13th inning, and the Yankees, who won in extras. So that was interesting. So up on the day, 9-6 overall on the picks, 2-4 on the props. Crappy day there, and 2-2 on the Nerfies. All right, so we are just going to get right into the games, guys. All right, Giants and the Orioles. Logan Webb going up against Zach Eflin. Logan Webb, guy I like to fade away. I like to take him at home. Eflin's been pitching okay. His last couple home starts haven't been great, but he's faced some good competition. Really, kind of the first couple innings will dictate this. When he has been getting hit, it's been early. Has been able to settle in. So I think this Giants offense just isn't potent enough to get to him really early. So I think he settles in. We faded the Orioles yesterday. I like them today going up against Logan Webb. We do have the wind blowing in, so we should see a lower game. I think we see that reflected in the score here with the over-under at 7. Give me the Orioles. Next game. All right, Braves Reds. This is pretty easy, guys. Chris Sale. Not fading Chris Sale. So give me the Braves on the run line 100%, or you could do first five minus a half. So we're going to play this both ways today. But Chris Sale's been absolutely dominant. NL Cy Young, I would say, is all but locked up at this point, going up against Julian Aguilar. Aguilar, 5 earned runs in his last 3 games, 8 earned runs in his only 2 home starts he's had today. Weather is going to be good in Cincinnati. It's going to be fairly warm. It'll be 88 at game time, probably going to be about 82, 83 with the wind blowing out. So I like the Braves to score a lot of runs in this. You could even look at like their team total, something like that. But Braves all day there. Twins, Guardians, good game yesterday. We were on the Twins. They should have won. They scored 2 in the 10th, and then they allowed Cleveland to score 3 in the 10th. So ended up being a really tight game. We've got SWR going up against Joey Cantillo. Cantillo was an auto fade there for a little bit, but he's done really well. 1 earned run in his last 2 starts, 3 earned runs in his last 3 home games. So he is starting to pitch really well. It's a lefty going up against this Twins lineup. I've faded lefties against the Twins over the past couple of weeks, and it has worked out quite well. So I like the Guardians at minus 118. I don't love SWR. I'm just not a fan. He's faced this team twice already this year. 3 earned runs in 12 innings pitched. I just feel like facing this team for a third time, they are due to shell him. Talked about their struggles against left-handers. Twins, 7 earned runs against the last 6 left-handed starters. Hate the lineup that they put out against them, so I'm going to fade them. Go with the Guardians at home. All right, Blue Jays, Rangers. Kevin Gausman going up against Kumar Rocker. Rocker's going to be making his second start. Pitched pretty well in Seattle. Had 7 Ks over 4 innings. That said, we know Seattle has a propensity to strike out. Kevin Gausman's been really good on the road this year. It's just one you kind of fade him. He's the opposite of Logan Webb. You fade him at home, you take him when he's away. 2.67 away ERA. That said, hasn't pitched extremely well against Texas. He's got a 4.80 ERA versus them since 2022. Did face them earlier this year. 9 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs in Texas. So I guess there is a path to the Rangers here. I'll just go Blue Jays just simply to avoid the series sweep. Going up against a rookie making his home debut. I like Toronto here. Really, Kumar, his slider is pretty nasty, and that's his best pitch. If we look at the Blue Jays over the past 30 days, they're second in baseball hitting the slider, 6th hitting the fastball. And just against a righty, it's a good matchup, right? We took the Blue Jays yesterday against a lefty. They've been struggling against lefties. They've been tagging righties. So give me the Blue Jays here to avoid the sweep. It's just a good spot here. All right, Yankees, Mariners. Clark Schmidt going up against Logan Gilbert. If we look at Schmidt, he's got a 1.34 away ERA in 7 games this year. I said he hasn't pitched a ton away since he came back from injury, but he has looked extremely sharp. So I like the way he's looked since he's came back. Logan Gilbert, 2.59 home ERA. Very good home pitcher. If we look at Schmidt, he is 0-1 with a 1.9 career ERA versus Seattle. That said, we don't have a big sample size. He's got a little under 11 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 13 Ks. We look at Logan Gilbert. Not the best track record against the Yankees. 7.18 career ERA versus the Yankees. That said, he's been pitching a lot better lately. 10 earned runs in his last 3, but only 4 earned runs in his last 3 home starts. I will back the Yankees here. Just simply the better team. Should win this, although it's getaway day. Kind of a dicey situation, right? Will the Yankees give it everything they have? I don't know. They clinched the playoff spot last night, but they still haven't clinched the division, so still should be pushing hard here. All right, Dodgers, Marlins, Jack Flaherty going up against Edward Cabrera. Cabrera, his big thing was walks, but he has really gotten that under control. He's had 1 or 2 walks in his last 5 starts, so his biggest bugaboo was his control. He seems to have gotten a handle on that. Jack Flaherty's been a little more human as of late. 5 earned runs in his last 3 games, although 4 came in his last start. So really, 1 earned run over the previous 2. 8 earned runs in the last 3 away games. Again, Atlanta kind of rocked him a little bit for 4 runs, but he pitched well against the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. So had a pretty tough stretch there of 3 games to pitch against, right? 3, in all likelihood, playoff teams here. Cabrera did pitch against this Dodgers lineup in May. Didn't go well. 2 innings, 1 hit, 4 earned runs. The walk bug hit him hard. I just think against this Dodgers lineup, he's going to be trying to hit too many corners. We should see his walk rate kind of tick back where it was, I would assume. If we look at Cabrera, he's been pitching extremely well, though. 1 earned run in his last 3 games, 3 earned runs in his last 3 home games. Again, really tough stretch. He pitched against the Phillies, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres, and only gave up 3 earned runs against those 3 teams. So there is 100% a path to take the Marlins. It is getaway day. We all know they are the World Series champions, undeniably. Greatest fucking getaway day team in baseball. And their pitch splits look pretty decent, actually, off of Flaherty. Look at their hitting over the last 7 days, over the last 2 weeks. 100% a path to take them. Dodgers a better team. I think Flaherty has a good bounce back start today, though. All right, Red Sox and the Rays. Zach Littell going up against Brian Bayo. He's pitched really well. Bayo 14-7. I was kind of shocked when I saw that. If we look at Bayo, he's got a 4.38 away ERA. Littell 3.15 home ERA. Littell's pitched against this Red Sox team twice already this year. 10 innings, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 Ks. So not good. If we look at Littell, 4 earned runs in his last 3 games. Last 2, though, he's pitched 0 runs. It's a shutout, I guess. 6 earned runs in his last 3 home games against the Twins, the Astros, and the Orioles. So kind of a tough stretch there. If we look at Bayo, hasn't done extremely well against this Tampa team. He's got a 6.47 career ERA versus Tampa. Did pitch against them earlier this year. Gave up 3 earned runs at Tampa over 6 innings. We look at Bayo, he's been trending in a good direction. 7 earned runs in his last 3, 6 earned runs in his last 3 away games. Bayo was kind of an insta fade, but I'm going to back him here. I think the Red Sox get the job done. We saw them win yesterday 2-1, so pretty tight game. I think they can open it up on Littell, although that said, neither team's really been hitting. If we look at runners in scoring position, they're both terrible over the past 30, 14, and 7 days. But there is still a little bit of life left in this Red Sox team, technically, to make the wild card. I think they're 4 or 5 games back, so highly outside chance, but they would have to win today to do that. My only concern, Littell over the last 30 days, given up a 333 average to right-handed hitters, 178 to lefties. Bayo 254 to lefties, 154 to righties. So a lot of righties in this Tampa Bay lineup. I think it matches up pretty decent for him and just how he's trending. So I'll take the Red Sox in this one. All right, next game, Phillies and the Mets. The Phillies did clinch. So my question is, how hard are they going to go today? Taijuan Walker's in the starting lineup. I mean, you think that's free money, but he's actually got a really good track record against this Mets team. They are hitting, let me pull it up, I want to make sure I give you guys accurate data here, but been pitching really well against them. So if we look at the current guys in this lineup, they're only hitting 224 off of him. They're 26 for 116 with 3 home runs. So that said, it's still Taijuan Walker. I don't trust him. Severino's been pitching really well. He did face this team, a week ago. In Philly, went 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. Severino, 2.86 home ERA. Been pitching really well as of late. I would say that Phillies game's probably that was his worst game in his last 5. So I trust they get it done. I think we're going to see a little bit of a clinched hangover from the Phillies today. Mets are still fighting very hard in the spot. We saw a really good series last time in Philly. So I like the Mets to take the first one here. 3-game winning streak. Move on. All right, Brewers and the D-backs. Brandon Pfaadt going up against Tobias Myers. This line's really wonky to me. We've got the D-backs coming back from a Colorado trip, right? I don't think we have enough data over the course of the season to show that there's definitely an offensive downtick when you come from Coors to your next game, especially when it's a road to a road. So Brandon Pfaadt just faced this team a week ago. It did not go well. Didn't make it out of the second inning. Gave up 7 hits, 8 earned runs. They just absolutely tattooed the ball off of him. Every team has tattooed the ball off of him his last 6 starts. He's given up at least 4 earned runs in 5 of those 6 starts, 21 earned runs in total. We look at Myers, though. Actually, the D-backs got to Myers as well in that game. He had, 4 earned runs against the D-backs. But that said, he's pitched really well. Other than that game, he's pitched extremely well. So hard for me to back a D-backs offense that's coming out of Coors. Pretty disappointing series where they lost 2 of 3 in Coors. Can't trust them against this Brewers team. That said, this is a Brewers team that clinched the division. So this is one where I would definitely check the lineups first because the Brewers could just give a ton of guys days off. So this is one, I think I put this on my best bets. That one could get removed depending on the lineup. But if it's their normal lineup, maybe one guy sitting, I trust the Brewers. Obviously, D-backs are fighting for their lives, so they're going hard today. All right, Pirates, Cardinals, Eric Fedde, Luis Ortiz. Easy fade here. We're fading Ortiz. Fedde at home has been good all season. Fedde's been pitching really well as of late. He went up to Toronto and pitched an absolute gem. So I like Fedde here. Ortiz, I can't trust the guy. The wind is blowing out. He's got a propensity to give up home runs all of a sudden. His pitch splits don't look great. This is pretty easy to me. Pirates team's kind of struggling. If you're an avoid the sweep kind of guy, that's not really a system play for me too often, but I guess it could be a spot to take the Pirates at plus money if you think they're not going to get swept, but I don't. I like the Nerfy in this spot too. All right, Patrick Corbin Day going up against Javier Assad. Assad at home is pretty good. He's got about a 2.5 home ERA. Patrick Corbin is not too good. He's rocking a 6.58 away ERA. He has a 4.42 ERA versus the Cubs since 2022. Giving up 9 earned runs over 18 innings against them. Cubbies are hitting lefties well. We've got the wind actually just blowing to the west today, which is kind of nice. So give me the Cubs all day. I hate paying minus 185. Definitely got to pair them up with somebody. But Cubs day. All right, last game on the card here. We've got the Angels and the Astros. So Jose Suarez going up against Yusei Kikuchi. Kikuchi did face this team pretty recently in Los Angeles. 7 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. I believe that was just a 3-run bomb, if I remember correctly. So only gave up 3 hits, but one of them was a 3-run homer. Very clear spot for the Astros coming off a trip to San Diego where they were only able to take 1 game there. They got shut out yesterday, so I love taking a team that got shut out the day before. I think they're going to come home and just beat the ever-loving shit out of the Angels. Angels coming off a weird series against the White Sox where they really failed to score runs. They won 2 of 3, but they just didn't look good in that series. We look at the splits against the Astros hitting left-handed pitchers. Dear God, they're hitting 400 over the last 7 days, 313 over the past 14. Got some sustained data here that shows they're going to tag lefties. That said, I don't think they hit Jose Suarez extremely hard, but I do think they get to him. So that's what I got for today. Pitch splits. I'll let you guys look at the pitch sheet, take a picture of that, maybe use that to make a bet. I am working on a kind of a projected model. You can see I kind of got it slated here, but we'll get that up and running hopefully here soon. All right, best bets for today. Braves first 5 minus a half at minus 135. I will back sale and back the Braves offense to get the Julian Aguilar. Yankees money line minus 112. I think the Yankees get to Gilbert. I think Clark Schmidt throws a pretty good gem today. And then we're going to run the same bet back from yesterday. St. Louis first 5 in money line. Pair those two together, it's minus 110. I trust Fetty. Don't like Luis Ortiz. And then the D-backs and the Brewers game, give me over 8. I think they should be able to hit fat. And if we see a little bit of offense out of the D-backs, right, I think if they can just get 3 runs, maybe 4 if we're lucky, then I think the Brewers will take care of the rest. Parlays I like today, Atlanta run line, Houston minus 1, and Cubs money line. Pair those 3 together, plus 303. And give me the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Orioles at plus 333. You can see some prop leans. If I had to pick a nerfy, I would do Pittsburgh and Chicago. I didn't put it on here, or not. Pittsburgh and St. Louis. I would say that's really the only nerfy I want to touch today on getaway day. So, very quick video. I apologize for it being so quick, but things going on. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It means a lot to me as we continue to grow the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next video.